culture
Right.
for people to have fun. I mean, so I'm not gonna just do a book. I'm gonna do like a press conference, a bunch of promoters in there. You gotta dress up like promoters to get in the motherfucker. You have your little badge on, you can ask questions.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody taking pictures and clapping and shit like that. Then it's like, you know, like, okay, like, I should have done that for my book. Yeah, oh, you can do it for the next one.
Can I get a pre-release?
Yes.
You have someone you this you back in the day?
That's me in jail.
Oh, he was a
On the
little
yard.
cutie. Make sure y'all look at him. He was a little
She
cutie.
always do that.
No, but I'm saying honestly,
that was it.
I got a lot of respect for you. I can't wait to read this book.
No, I'm definitely gonna come back up here so the book is done.
So you
And
said
we're gonna go back over again, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I'm gonna give it to you, let you read it. Then we're
You
gonna
gonna
come back,
sign it?
sign it, of course.
Okay.
Then we're gonna set some another session, I'm about to read it, you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna, you know, take it from there.
So you said in 2 weeks, because we not. The one thing we never show when people are going to be checking this out. So if you said 2 weeks, you give us what the 22nd, 26th.
Yeah, but like, because right now I'm talking everything over my editor, you know what I'm saying? And she, you know, like, everything is done, we gotta send it to print.
Right.
But like,
Gotcha.
you know, like, everything with my editor and my creative person, you can keep that, baby.
Okay.
Put that in your pocket or something. Okay?
Put some on
That's the
wall.
promoter.
Yeah, I have a poster for you now, don't get it twisted.
Oh, give me that poster.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my editor, you know, what everything with her and him, and they want to make sure everything's perfect for me. 'Cause
Right.
I'm just doing, right now, I'm just doing the groundwork, anticipation. Because I just didn't want to just drop a book. I'm like, you got a book out? I never heard of it. Now,
Right.
you beat the streets up everywhere you go. And I'm putting out flyers after every car, like it's a party, so when the book come out.
You gotta promo and sell yourself. Like,
Yeah, it's already sold. Like, so a person must say, I heard of that book.
mhm.
Everybody talking about that book. I'm gonna get that book. And then it sell out. The next, you know, I'm different between me and other authors. They're not promoters. So author drop a book, he got to go through the book world.
You have to
So
go
I'm a
through it.
promoter.
Right.
So you know, I'm at the parties every night. So I'm selling myself, and I'm selling my
Right.
book. For me, so I'm selling myself to the people.
Like you said, it reach a point where you don't really gotta say nothing no more. They just see your face. Like,
Thank
oh,
you.
Yeah, I already know he's
Like people
Right.
see me and they say, "Yo,
Price for fame.
Price
Let's
for
go.
fame.
Guy, you already
I
put
mean,
that groundwork.
Jersey.
yes, Jersey." You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
I'm trying to put it on TV. I want a TV series.
And see, and that was one of the questions. I mean, that and also, where you going with the were you gonna look to pursue a major publisher on it?
Definitely. I mean, after a while, somebody's going to grab their own.
Okay.
Because when you put the hype on it so much promo on it,
Right.
people that like money is not going to deny the truth. People that like money, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, once 50's about to do a series on BMF, BMF series. That's
Right.
opened the doors for the networks to grab other people. There's always opportunity out there. You got to see it.
Right.
And what you could do too, instead of just waiting, you could just make that your project. Like once you start your own little TV series.
I mean, that's what I want to. Once the hype is so much,
Mhm.
then the point I'm gonna do something like, damn, okay, he built up the hype, he done it right. Feel me? Like you got to do it right. You got to spend like, you know, that's why a lot of people, like the authors, like my man told me before, I could write 10 books. You can write one, and your book gonna be better than mine. So why? It's because my 10 books are fake. You actually hear
Right.
talking about it. You talk about how you became the drug dealer, how you became to prison, how you went to prison, how you came home and became a promoter. Like you're a legend in 3 games, Shawn. You see, you're gonna be a legend in the streets. How you got when you was a kid. You was a legend in the penitentiary. You was a legend in the entertainment world. You see, ain't too many people want to be a legend in 3 things.
Right.
Everything you've done, you know what I'm saying, you left a mark. You left a mark when you was a kid in the streets. You left a mark in the penitentiary. You leave a mark in the industry.
And then when you came out, you did something positive. So you
That's
left a
the mark.
positive mark.
That's what
Not
you're
just a
saying.
mark, a positive.
Positive mark. You know, that's what he says. He said, I can't really say you 3 kings, but I can say you 3 legends because you gave your all, everything you've done. And people are not going to see it until later on. For me, everything I do, I try to give my best to it. Some things I like at, for me, but I always try to deal with it, you know what I'm saying? The best I can do. You know?
I think this was a dope interview. I mean, this is the
yeah,
first
I've
time
taken a lot.
we've
you
had
know,
a
I mean, you
writer
know,
up here.
I mean, like not only a writer, but you know,
Let me
we
be
deal
clear,
with
a thinker.
Yeah, we deal with a lot of people, but you know, to have someone
No shade.
who's actually successful and to not confuse, you know, because sometimes people don't understand the word, what the word success means. When someone who is actually pursuing their goal and living their goal, that's a level of success. Like, you have people who go to work every day wishing they weren't there, but you're like, this is my goal. And like you said, once you hit that 10-year mark, you want to be a millionaire. We can see that is a real goal, and actually you're pushing towards it, instead of like you have the people all the time. Like one time, you know, my neighbor asked me, he was he says, you know, oh, when I get rich, you know, I'm gonna, you know, get a new car. I'm like, well, how you working towards that? And he kind of stepped back, and I'm like, that's an honest question. Like, you know, what are you doing to work towards getting rich? And then he was kind of upset that I asked him like that. But I'm like, you know, people most of the time just wish. I'm like, that's wishful thinking. That's not really pushing towards it. So it's good to talk to people who actually like, yo, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going, and nothing's gonna get in the way of that. It's inspiring.
No, I can't let that. I'm saying, I know where I come from. I know where I come from. I slept on that hard slab. I knew where I come from.
And you're
I
a
know-
thinker.
I
You're
know
a
what's behind
thinker. Like, this is a breath of fresh air for me, because I know so many dudes that did the bid, came out, went back, did another bid,
Right.
came out. Their boys going in for their pill, and they've been out like 15 times, but they went back. And so, I mean, they did have a plan, but they didn't do it successfully. They didn't know how. They didn't have the tools to do it. They didn't have the thought capacity to do it. And so, your inspiration, you came out, you did it.
I mean, I try
working
to same
on
a lot
it?
of brothers. No, I try to, no, I did.
We go right back.
No, I ain't been back.
That's
I
that's
came on in
progress.
89. I mean, I came on like 09.
Okay.
I left in 89 and came on 09. I ain't been back. You know what I'm
Right. I know people that came out in 09 and was back in 09 and a half.
But, you know, I mean, me myself,
So I'm
you know,
proud of you.
me myself, I can't, you know, there's so much to do out here. There's so much. You know what I mean? Like, it's a pleasure coming to the radio station like this here, to me.
Well, thank you.
Because it's like whoever created this here had a vision,
Right.
and he wanted to do something from the scratch and make it become something. For me, you understand where I come from? Me, whatever he sat in the bed one day and said, "Yo, I'm gonna do this right here." Somebody might have said, "Well, why would you do that right there?" And he got the babies. Nah, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So coming here and support this here is more like, you know, saying, you know, I don't done 105. I don't done the show. I don't been on radio stations. I don't promote it. I don't hit the mics. I don't first promote every 105 DG Self show. I done that show before, interviews on that show. So to do these stations like here means a lot to me, because it's like that show wasn't self-dream.
Right.
Self-work for
And
that
it's
show.
a direct connection to the community.
But that show wasn't self-dream. Who done this show right here? It's his dream.
Right.
It's just his, he put this whole interview together. He put this whole box together, put everything together, the studio, and said, this is what I'm going to do. He took a chance with his paper.
And I mean, all for nothing, no shade to anybody out there. Power 105, love you. Turn that clap off. Let's go. Turn that clap off. I'm sorry, not the intro. I want to get jumped out
No, I'm
outside.
calling the gentleman.
But in reality, mainstream radio stations love them, and I listen to them now in the car. But in terms of the community don't see that as 100% real. The community see this as real, you know? And so when they see this, and they see you, and they see this, and they can actually look you up on whatever state penitentiary you were at, that's real. And that's what keeps a lot of people out there going. Because I know a lot of, you know, I met a lot of rappers, and, you know, I have a show, Live in the Trap. We not throwing that out there.
Shameless plug.
It's not. But I interviewed Rick Ross, okay, the real Rick Ross, not the one down in
What are you talking
Miami.
about?
The real Noriega, or him 100 favors Rick Ross.
Yeah.
And one thing he said, yo, I wanted out of the game before I was even in it. Because I never knew that it would get me in all this trouble. And a lot of people that I helped, they threw me under the bus. But with that being said, a lot of people out there right now, young boys, they need inspiration. I see so many every day that are getting 40 years to life. Shout out to my nephews. 60 years to life. and they still have no direction. And then when they get out of jail, a lot of them go right back because they don't have any skills.
Right.
They don't know how to do anything. And like they can't get a job because their record is jacked up. So what do you have to say for everybody out there who really don't know who they are, who really don't know themselves, that really don't have any skills? What advice would you give them? Because you're really intelligent and you had something in the background.
I mean, I would say, first of all, you gotta take your time, man. I always tell brothers come home and they see me like, Shawn, this shit is hard. And nigga, that nigga, that time was hard, nigga.
Right.
Just take your time, for me, and learn you. For me, like you sometimes you gotta work. For me, you gotta get a job until you get right. For me, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do as a man. It's nothing about prison. You gotta make this thing where you wanna become a man. Like I gotta do what I gotta do to survive. You feel me? If you feel like, you wanna sell drugs or you wanna do this, whatever comes with that, that's what you need, the choice you made. But you gotta know that this ain't what you want. So I mean, like, if a dude, sometimes dudes gotta know I don't want that. I don't want prison for myself. I don't want to leave. It's like my grandmother, so my grandmother before she passed, she said, I know you like to play. You like to play. You like the streets. You know what I mean? But keep your nose clean.
So what
She
made
said-
you get into the street?
Well, back then, different, the culture.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going over.
Yeah.
I
She'll keep
apologize.
going.
No, I'm curious though.
I mean, no, he can
When
finish
we
the
get like
question.
some more
No,
minutes,
I'm
don't
okay.
try to
No,
pay
I'm
us
like-
over here.
Definitely
Please.
finish that question.
I'm gonna tell you what kept me out of the streets when I came home. My grandmother's like, both of her sons died, and she told me, it was like, yo, you're my son. I waited